going on, everybody? Welcome to the new year, 2020. They keep on going quicker every time we get older, I guess. So I've done a New Year's resolution, which isn't that great for the challenge or my channel, especially for a whiskey tasting channel, is that I'm no longer drinking any more whiskey. But the good news is I'm not drinking any less whiskey, which means that there's plenty of content and plenty of whiskeys for me to still try, because if you went through my 2019, the amount of whiskey I tried was insane. So yeah, we'll get through this, so don't worry. Today's one is a bit of a special one. Someone's actually asked me to do a review, one of the comments on the pages. Oops, let's close that. Who was it again? Flynn Pitt. Now he's asked me to do a Glenfiddich. So I'm normally, as you know, more into that Australian whiskey, into the Japanese whiskey, but I am starting to collect a big stash of Scottish and kind of other area whiskies. So we've got the Australians and the Japanese, and we've got another few bottles coming along as well. So today we're going to be trying Fire Cane. Now, I've read this one a little bit, so I don't normally read the notes on the whiskies, but this one I actually have. I don't normally I generally don't normally eat whiskies anyway. I don't normally drink too much of the really smoky stuff, but this is obviously a mixture between the two. And they actually put this it's actually a pretty cool little experiment. So they've got a few different experiments, ranges. They've got the IPA range as well. So that's really interesting. I've actually got a Jameson series over here, which we will do a review over that one as well. So the little booklet, Fire Cane, the whiskey that will divide you. Sometimes the whiskey is a series most. So yeah, so some claim it's smoky, and then some claim it's sweet. So that's from the rum cask finish, and yeah, let's just get into it. Okay, so do you get toffee sweetness? No, it's lots of rich sweet toffee with some zesty fresh fruit notes and a lovely spice. And taste a core of classic green fruit character with deep fruit sweetness, a baked apple and toasted marshmallow overlaid with soft smoke and wood spice, and the finish is long-lasting sweetness. Here's the sweet smoky. Now the nose, billowing soft peat nose like distant smoke carried on the wind. Taste an explosion of smoke like a campfire built with Highland peat, but not medical island notes. Overlaid with oak notes and deep toffee. The finish is lingering smokiness. So, I guess there's really only one way to find out which way I'm going to basically either like it or not, or which flavour I get. So, I have read that having the water is good for this one as well. I'll give it a good little hit there. Oh, so yeah, by the way, I'm currently running on camp tables, a stool, and yeah, the whole place echoes a little bit because all of our furniture is now gone. Hopefully in the next couple of videos, you'll see some pretty cool little things. We're actually building a whiskey bar. We had to get rid of a heap of stuff so we could actually build this. So we're pretty excited. We actually just went out today, got everything we need to do, and they're coming in the next week and a half to deliver it. And the rest of the furniture comes in 10 to 16 weeks. So if you're ever going to be buying a brand new dining table or couch, one thing to learn, if you're going to an actual, like a nice store, they can take 10 to 16 weeks, which we didn't know. And we sold our couch and table before we actually went out and bought one. So just a little bit of a heads up on that one. All right. So, I actually get more sweet than smoky out of this so far. As I said, I don't really go for what's it called, smoky whiskies. We'll see how we go. There's definitely a smoky aftertaste. It's a very blandish whiskey. Like, when you really think about it, for I guess the marketing that they've done on it, Fire Cane, so they're talking about it's supposed to be peaty, they're talking about how it's supposed to be sweet. It's a clean whiskey. I don't know if that's the right way to explain it. It doesn't give an overpowering of alcohol. This one is a 43% single malt Scotch whiskey. I'm not getting the toffee when I'm tasting it. I get more of a sweetness when I nearly put in the wrong one. Okay, so we'll just give it a couple of drops because we were looking at that. It's the best thing ever. And let's give it a go now. Okay, so with the water, the sweetness comes into play. It opens it up a little bit, and for me, the smoke actually goes away. So here we go. So there's two factors into this. Smoke when you have it by itself, just plain, and then sweeter with less peat or less smoke when you put a bit of water into it. Now, which do I prefer? I prefer it with the couple of drops of water because without it, it didn't have much, wasn't a complex kind of whiskey. As I said, I actually had really high expectations that this was going to be like this really cool kind of thing. And I think it is because you're able to really give this to a lot of different people. Like I've got a lot of friends that like their peatiness and I like my more smoothness. This would work for both people. Put a couple of drops in for me and put a bit of smokiness in for them and just leave it as it is. So yeah, would I buy this again? Probably. It probably wouldn't be on my top list. I think this was about $80 or something like that. I got it cheaper for a membership thing. But $80 is not bad for that whiskey to be able to share with two different people if you don't have to buy two different whiskies. Like you don't have to get a, I don't even know, that's not smoky. I haven't really got a smoky one here. No, that's not really smoky either. I haven't got much of a smoky one at the moment. This one, this is a new bottle, but yeah, I can't really compare. But anyways, but if you wanted to have someone like myself and a friend, I think this is great. I think for $80 or $75, it's a great experiment. Will I drink it again? For sure. It will be with water. And I think it's a pretty cool all up and up. Glenfiddich's not something that I've really tried much of in the last years. I've got one other bottle here to do a review because I did the Glenfiddich fruit mince pies or whatever they were over Christmas, and it was quite good. I don't like the fruit stuff. But yeah, mate, this is actually pretty cool. So guys, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for me to review, put it in the comment section, like I've done for this one here. I really want to get involved with everybody that's following and giving some comments here. We do have a fair bit to go through, but if you give me something, I'll try and find it, as long as it's not stupid price. I'm not going to get a $500 bottle yet. There's so much good whiskey under that $150 that I think people focus on too many other things, and I will talk about one that a lot of people think is a great whiskey. It is huge money, and it's okay. I won't go into it too much, but there are much better options for you at the same time. So anyways, guys, until next week, we'll catch you then. Hope you're enjoying the new year and you had a great start to it all, and see you soon. Bye.